And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
4th down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Eluding the pressure right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Saints are going to get a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. Gets around him. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go play action. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run. The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Charles, that is just flat unbelievable. Justin Tucker just broke his old NFL record of 66 yards. I never thought there would be a kick even further than that, but he's done it again, CD.
And you are the wordsmith of our duo, but I'm not sure either of us has the vocabulary to describe what we see from Justin Tucker. And I'll guarantee you this, from the moment he made the 66-yarder, he dreamed of this kick right here to break his own record. Whatever adjectives you want to put with it, it's not nearly enough. Justin Tucker is the man.
On 1st and 10, Winston being chased out left. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston flush to his right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Winston escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and make...
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And that will make this a 4-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much...
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 72 yards. And the Ravens have yet again retaken the lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big man rumble. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. First down, Winston. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. From the red zone now, Winston eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And that is incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold. To that one, it's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. That one complete to Prochet. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case,
that's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Kamara up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Flush to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys have now moved out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And some room to maneuver. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And he will be brought down on what will be... the final play of this first half.
So we've come up...
One of the greatest performances.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, but 10 yards inside of enemy territory at the 40. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach that, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Escaping the pressure right.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to give himself up on a play that really turns out to be a disaster. It's a loss of 14 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that's going to tie the ball game at 27 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Jackson, flushed out right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now a carry for Dobbins.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's DeMario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The 20. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Saints Giants offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Play action now, Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display. Wrapping him up, no problem.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston flush to his right. Thomas brings it in. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty call. Some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this. Down to the 35-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. Yard line. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Winston now. Steps away to his left. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw, Huntley. That'll be complete to Dobbins. He's got room past the 30. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Huntley. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice.
Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Huntley to throw.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Huntley. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Just one more quarter remains in the season. Race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.